So, you want to get with the Capricorn, eh? You're a woman or a man who wants to get into the heart or the pants of a Capricorn man. Well, you've come to the right video because I'm a Capricorn man and I'm here to tell you how to get in Capricorn's pants. Alright, thank you for listening and watching. Please follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official. Check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Once again, that's LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Follow me on Google Plus. Check me out on SoundCloud. I still have to get used to these last ones. I'm not totally used to doing them so effortlessly. So follow me on Google Plus as well, and check out my SoundCloud and darn it, what's the other one? My Bandcamp. I need to get better at doing that. Oh, by the way, my intros, like my little Saturday Night Live, intro segue thingies are not planned. Like, actually, they kind of are planned because I'm like, first of all, I have an idea for a video. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this video. And then, like, I'll go on a ride or something, and I'll, like, meditate on what I'm going to talk about, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm going to have this intro in the video. So in that way I do, but then, like, when I press record, anything is possible. Sometimes I have to press stop and record again a lot. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking so much. This is about how to get with a Capricorn man. Now, you have chosen a man who is very complex, who may want potatoes one day, and the next second he may want a steak. He may, like the shoes he's wearing 1 hour, and then the next hour he wants to go buy new ones. Like, Capricorns are just so, Capricorn men especially, are just so, it can be definitely hot and cold, definitely, like, just so confusing, definitely just confusing. They can be distant. I mean, they can be all those things, We all know how Capricorn men can be. The question is, how do you weed through all that bullcrap, that bullshit, and get to the heart, or the soul, or the soul, or the sex of your Capricorn man that you have your eyes set on? Well, there are a number of ways. First, you have to put yourself in his line of vision. If you haven't already, like if you have your eye on a Capricorn and he doesn't know you, you have to like put yourself in his line of vision, because Capricorn men are very aloof. We aren't always paying attention to our surroundings. I don't know if I should say that on camera. Let me rephrase that by saying I'm always paying attention to my surroundings because I'm psychic. So, but I mean, like if there's a Capricorn at your job, Capricorns are very alert. Let me not say that we don't pay attention to our surroundings, because when we're somewhere where we don't know, like, we're very alert. We're very alert, we're very alert people. But when we're, like, in a surrounding where we're very comfortable, when we're in a surrounding where there's people that we know and we feel comfortable with, we're not always alert. We can be a little aloof when we're in the presence of company or people we know, or like at work. We can be a little aloof, we can be a little spacey, we can just be really focused on what we're doing. Capricorns are just not always paying attention to the people around them and, the nonsense going on. Okay, we're really focused people. When we have a goal, when we have something we know that we want to do, that's all we focus on. So you have to put yourself in his line of vision. Don't do it. Don't be desperate. Don't be like attention seeking. Don't be like, needy, because that's not gonna fly with a Capricorn. Capricorns, we do not like needy people. We don't like desperate people. We don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That, like, makes us itch, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it literally just makes us itch, when someone needy comes around us, someone who's desperate, someone who just, needs our, energy, who just, craves it and they don't even know us. Like, that's really desperate. So don't do that, but put yourself in his line of vision. Like, you know, be like coy, be strategic. Capricorns are very strategic. So when we can tell that someone's on our intellectual level, that's kind of a turn on. So if you're strategic, you know, in a way, and maybe like, I don't know, like if you're at work, like, you know, always like try and find strategic ways to like bring, you know, start like a short conversation, because that's another thing with Capricorns, is that like when we don't know people, we don't like fake small talk. So you know what I'm saying? Like if you're talking to us, there needs to be a point to what you're saying. Otherwise, we're going to get irritated. We're going to get annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Like there needs to be a point. There needs to be, you know, something of value of what you're saying. Like there needs to be a takeaway value from the conversation we have with you. Like there needs to be something there, because otherwise, if it's mindless talk, you're gonna like, we're gonna tune out. We're gonna try and find ways to end the conversation, whether it be going back to what we're doing, you know, just being really short, you know, within our responses with you. Like we're gonna find ways to let you know, hey, I don't want to, I'm not interested in this right now. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be strategic and trying to find ways to you know, get in his line of vision and strike up, you know, short, you know, small talk conversations with him that would interest him, you know. So you have to find commonalities with him as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? And don't be like frivolous, like, you know, don't try and do frivolous small talk with a Capricorn, because it's not gonna work. Don't try and do small talk, frivolous conversation with a Capricorn you're interested in, because we can see through what you're doing. Like we can see through everything. We can see through your intentions. You know what I'm saying? So just come. That's another thing. Come with transparency, and you will you know, already have the Capricorn halfway in your court. You know what I'm saying? Like if you come with transparency, if you come with purity, with no intentions at all, you know, I want to get to know you. You seem cool. You seem intelligent. I seem like I could learn a lot from you. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know, I want to get to know you. I find you very attractive and alluring. You know, I find your energy, you know, alluring, you know, and don't try and flatter the Capricorn too much, because we don't like that either. So, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about straight Capricorn and gay Capricorn men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same either way. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't like fake anything. You know what I'm saying? We don't like extra, you know, frivolous, you know, frilly. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get straight to the point with a Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? If you like us, you know, if you find us attractive, if you find us alluring, if you find us magnetic, you know, then say it. You know what I'm saying? Get to the point. Be transparent with a Capricorn man, and you will be halfway to winning him over. We're very blunt people as well, so we will tell you how we feel. We will tell you like it is. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of like people who are similar to us. You know, blunt people who are blunt. People who don't play games. We don't like games. Capricorn men do not like games. Okay, and if you, you know, if you want to play the game, if you want to play games, then Capricorns can definitely, you know, play the game and win. You know what I'm saying? Like we have that mind game thing down to a T. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it with a Capricorn, because then, you know, the tables will turn and then they'll have the power. The ball will be totally in their court. You know, we are the pros at mind games of mind. You know what I'm saying? Intelligence, like intelligent power plays. Like a Capricorn man will pull the wool or pull the rug underneath your feet when you least expect it. So never think you have anything. Never think you have something over a Capricorn man, because we'll pull the rug from underneath your feet whenever you least expect it. We'll cut you off whenever you least expect it. Like, know your place with a Capricorn as well. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to make that sound like sexist or anything, or like rude, you know, because I'm gay, you know what I'm saying? So I'm telling my experience as a Capricorn man, you know what I'm saying? And as a Capricorn period. You know what I'm saying? Um Capricorn men do not have time for bullshit. You know? Just be straight up, be transparent with him. Um and be transparent, be straight up with him throughout the relationship. Like, Capricorns value consistency. We value consistency. We value loyalty. You know, so be loyal to the Capricorn. Show your loyalty. Show that you're consistent. You know, show that you're reliable. You know, those are all traits that Capricorns value. You know what's so funny? Capricorns are like they're such hard workers. So it's much like the values think of it as an employer. The values that you seek or want, you know, in employees for your business are the same values that a Capricorn wants in a relationship and a partner. You know what I'm saying? Like hardworking, reliable, has goals, you know, consistent, you know? Like, those are all things that, like, if you, like, you know, on paper, it all seems like, you know, it's like, you know, you're asking for, you know, like a worker or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this about, you know? Don't you want something loving, loyal, um, you know, caring, attentive? Like, Capricorn's like, yeah, all that's cute and cool, but at the end of the day, if this person isn't reliable, consistent, hardworking, if they don't have their own goals, then it's just not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how a Capricorn is, and that's why a lot of people, like, fall short with Capricorns, because Capricorns, unfortunately, we kind of look at relationships as business partnerships or business relationships. So it's like a give and take, you know what I'm saying? What am I benefiting from this relationship, and what are you benefiting from this relationship? If I'm not benefiting from this relationship, then I'm not interested. You know, so it's like you definitely have to have your own thing going on with the Capricorn. Um, Capricorns like to learn from people. Capricorn men like to learn from people. Capricorn men like people who are very powerful in their own individuality, you know, and who have their own sense of self, and who don't follow the norm, who don't follow the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Who kind of we like people who stand out. You know, Capricorn men like women and men who stand out from the crowd, who are intelligent and think for themselves. Think for themselves more than anything. We like a person who can think for themselves. You know, we don't like weak people. I'm sorry, we just don't. We don't like weak people. We don't like mentally weak people. We don't like emotionally weak people. If we feel like we can walk all over you, it's not going to work. The relationship just will not work. We like strong, emotionally strong people. So you have to be emotionally strong to deal with a Capricorn. You have to be mentally strong to deal with a Capricorn. You have to be intelligent. Um, you have to always be thinking ahead with the Capricorn, you know. You have to be thinking before the Capricorn. Like, if you really want to get with the Capricorn, you have to think ahead before the Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? And then that'll really catch that Capricorn's attention. Like, wow, you know, they're thinking ahead. They're really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, actions speak louder than words with the Capricorn. You know, so you can say all the right words. You can say, you know, all the sweet nothings, you know, but if your actions don't follow behind that, then Capricorn's not going to take you seriously. They're just not. He's just not, you know? Um, that's a sign of weakness. Someone who says a lot but doesn't put any action behind that, that's a sign of weakness to Capricorn. You know? Um, we don't like weak people. We just don't. Um, no games. Don't come with a Capricorn with games, people. Just be very transparent, be upfront, you know, say how you feel with a Capricorn. Hey, I find you attractive. You seem like a cool dude. You know, I'd love to get to know you. You seem like a cool guy. I'd love to get to know you. You know, here's my number. You know, like we're Capricorns are very aggressive, but when it comes to love, like we kind of like whimper and become like a little like helpless flower. Especially when it's like someone we like, when we're dealing with someone we like. So, I mean, if a Capricorn likes you back, like he's gonna be really shy and like He may not know the right words to say. He may be thinking in his head way too much about, like, well, what's the next thing I should say? What should I ask next? Like you have to be very patient with a Capricorn and be very, like, coax him out of his little, goat shell, coax him down up off that mountain, and let him know, I got you, you know. Um, we're not very emotional people at first. You have to coax that out of us. Um, we're not very trusting people at first. So you have to once again show us that you're worthy of our trust. You have to once again be consistent, show that you're reliable. Show that you have your own thing going on in your life, show that you're stable. We like stable people. Like, for some reason, Capricorns, when they first, like, when they're trying to get themselves together, they're trying to get their lives together and trying to, get on the right path, they can find themselves in cycles of dealing with unstable people, um, most Capricorns get out of that cycle. Most Capricorns realize they're in that cycle, and then they work to get out of that cycle. Whether that, includes inner work or, cutting of certain ties with people, whatever it is, whatever that Capricorn has to do to get the thing that they really want, which is a stable relationship. Capricorns love stability, so if you aren't stable, I mean, really take a look at yourself, because if you Capricorn's is like Scorpio in a way where it's like we can see the real you, no matter what facade, no matter what, like, presentation you show to the world. We see straight through to the real you, and we may not say that we see the real you. We may not say that, because we're not emotional people. Like that type of stuff deals with emotions, and we're not good at expressing and dealing with emotions. You know what I'm saying? So, like, intuitive stuff like that, that's like a feeling. We're not good with feelings, but we're good with knowledge. We're good with taking mental notes. Okay, this is how I feel this person is, despite what they show. Taking note of that and putting that on my checklist about this person in the back of my mind. So whenever I have an interaction with that person, I'm keeping that in mind. That's how a Capricorn thinks. Like, deep and just super complex, and you'll never know, like, what's going on in that big brain behind, all the craziness and the complexity that is Capricorn, because they're just like they're in themselves. We're in ourselves, and we're very protective of our inner selves, because we're so our inner selves are so vivid and so bright and magical, and just like, oh man, I'm getting really deep here, you guys. I'm getting too deep. So basically, Capricorns, we're just very protective of ourselves, because we know that we're very misunderstood people. We know that we can sometimes tend to be taken advantage of by people. So just keep that in mind. Capricorn is always going to put himself first. We're always going to, you know, we're going to assess you, very hard, before we let you in, so. And, just try and pass all the tests that we throw at you as well, because we're going to throw some tests at you. We're going to test you, to see, okay, how is this person really, you know what I'm saying? We're going to throw some stuff at you and see how you react, and if you react well, it's like, okay, I can trust this person a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So, that's how to get with a Capricorn. I know that was really a lot to deal with, but, you know what, people, we're a lot to deal with, but we have hearts of gold. We might I say we're quite good in bed, and we have a good reputation for that. We're very protective people. We're very hardworking. We're very loving. We love hard, and we protect the people we love, you guys. So, breaking down all those walls that Capricorn has up, is well worth it. If you are worthy, you know. If you're not worthy, you're never gonna break through those walls. You're just not, no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard You know, you strategize, you know what I'm saying? You're just, you know, eventually Capricorn's going to see you for what you are. Eventually you're going to get close enough to the Capricorn, and eventually you're going to see the Capricorn for who he is, or the Capricorn's going to see you for who you are. And at that point, that's either where you fall in love, or the Capricorn pushes you back and puts all those walls back up, and the process starts all over again, or you're just cut off for good. Capricorn, you just have to be very fragile with the Capricorn man. We're very fragile people, but we're very strong people as well. Alright? Thank you guys for listening and watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Capricorn men, keep rocking on and be conscious of the partners you guys choose. Remember, you guys are great, awesome people, okay? Many people want you. Many people are interested in you. You know that, and a lot of the people watching this know that. However, put yourself first at the end of the day. This is all about you. As I talk to me in the camera. Alright, people. Thank you for listening and watching. I love you guys. Keep rocking on. And keep being awesome. Thank you.